Hi, welcome to this week's A to Z of Being Me. We are here at Hanoi Zoo because we are going to be looking at one of the most amazing intelligent animals on the planet. And this animal is up there with the elephant, with the chimpanzee, with the dolphin. Let's go have a look and you'll know what I mean. Well, we looked everywhere and guess what? There's no donkeys. The donkey that was in the zoo has decided to do a runner. And I must admit, I don't really blame him. On this week's A to Z of Being Me, we are looking at D for donkey. Now, the donkey gets a bad press these days, doesn't it? I mean, we talk about the stupid donkey, the stubborn donkey. You know, we call people, you're an ass, you're a donkey. But in actual fact, the donkey is actually one of the most intelligent animals on the planet. I'm going to say three things about the donkey and then I'm going to apply that to us. Yes, us as donkeys. First of all, the donkey is very prolific. He's prolific in his hearing. Do you know a donkey can hear 60 miles away? He can hear another donkey braying. A donkey is prolific in its communication skills. It doesn't just communicate with its mouth, which we call the bray sound, not the E-O, the bray. It communicates with its body, with its tail, with its head. And donkeys are herd animals. They don't like being alone. That picture you see of the lonely donkey, that's really not natural. A donkey is a herd animal and it likes to be sociable with other donkeys. Donkeys are highly intelligent, in the same level as chimpanzees, whales, elephants. Don't be misinterpreted by the donkey, right? When we were in Santorini in Greece a few years ago, we visited a small town that had 500 steps from the top to the bottom. I'm sure you've seen the photographs on travel brochures or blogs. And I had a herd of donkeys that used to have to take people, big people, fat people, from the bottom all the way up and down again, at least 5 or 6 times a day. And you know, these donkeys would stop for a breath, and when they stopped, the owners would smack them, beat them on the head with a stick. The donkeys would get tired, they'd be wearing harnesses and saddles that were ill-fitting, and yet they were forced to work, beaten to work. That's not how a donkey acts naturally. Donkeys are trusting animals. If you gain the trust of a donkey, it will follow you. You don't need to push it or beat it, it will go with you. Donkeys are very prolific. They're very protective as well. You know, in Australia, they're starting to employ donkeys to watch sheep. So I've just been stung by something. And the sheep will follow the donkey. And the donkey's very protective. We've heard stories of donkeys attacking wolves, donkeys attacking wild dogs, dingoes. And donkeys are very protective. They're protective of the animals in their care, and they're also protective of their owners. The third thing is donkeys are very proactive. You know, all we hear about is donkeys being stubborn. Donkeys are not stubborn. You know, in the Bible there's a story of Balaam and a donkey. Balaam was a prophet, and the donkey saw something, an angel that Balaam didn't see, and the donkey just sat down and didn't move. Balaam started to beat the donkey with a stick. You know, donkeys are not stubborn, but they've got hypersensitivity. And if they see something, or they think, if I go down this road, it's going to end in danger, something wrong's going to happen, they won't move. They'll assess the situation, and if it's safe, they'll move on. If it's not, they won't. They're very proactive creatures. But the two main things I want to say about the wonderful donkey is, number one, it has no aroma. There is no smell on a donkey. No, if you go to Holly, we took Holly to a horse riding place a few years ago, and she got on the horse, and as we approached the horse, we could smell the horse. It was sweating, it was summer, and the horse gives off a bad odour, and we could smell that. With donkeys, they're odourless. All they carry is the smell that's been applied to them. If they've been with someone who wears strong perfume, you will smell the perfume from them. If they've been brushed with powder, you will smell the powder from them. They are odourless. Have you ever been in a room and someone comes in and they leave a bad odour. I'm not talking about physical, I'm talking about a spiritual and emotional odour. Somebody leaves the room and you think, oh, that wasn't nice. People do that, you know. Wherever we go, we provide a good fragrance or a bad fragrance. The Bible talks about being the fragrance of Christ wherever we go, leaving a good aroma wherever we go, leaving something positive and beautiful behind us wherever we go. The other thing is, donkeys are friendly. You take a donkey as a pet, if you've got the room for a donkey, and you take one as a pet, they'll be faithful, loyal and friendly. They will come to you, they will follow you, and they'll be the best pet you've ever had. How does this apply to us? Don't take this the wrong way, but be a donkey. Be a donkey. Be prolific. Listen to people like donkeys do. Be protective of those around you, of those in your family. Stand up for people when they can't stand up for themselves. Be proactive. If something's not right, don't do it. If going into a situation is wrong, don't go there. St. Paul said, all things are possible, but not all things are good for me. Take heed from the donkey and be the fragrance of Christ wherever you go. In other words, go on, be a donkey.